Hi guys, welcome to this application. My name is Kutemwa Masafwa and I'm a junior at Xavier University of Louisiana in New Orleans. And I just got through the longest semester of my life. When they said junior year was the hardest, I thought they were joking. Okay, but I made it hard for myself. So anyway, so this semester was like very long because one, I was taking 17 credit hours. So I was taking linear algebra for my math minor. I was taking biochem for my chem major. By the way, I'm not a bio major as you have just heard. So biochem was bumping the road for some time. But yeah, I had biochem and I had the biochem lab. Then I had quantitative analysis, which is analytical chemistry, and this lab as well. Then I had introduction to research, which is like a seminar class where I read papers and listen to professors come and tell us about their research, which is amazing because I got a research opportunity through that. So yeah, amazing. And then I had music appreciation, which is part of my core requirements. I actually love that class. We just do not listen to music. I learned a lot about music, which I also love. By the way, I have another YouTube channel called Acoustic Grace. Please visit it. Yes. And then I also was taking X Core, which is a Xavier Core class. We get to choose which one. I took one on Ideal Society, which was great. I didn't know it, so yeah. But yeah, that was my course load this semester. The two labs really made it heavier than it should have been with 17 credit hours, but I made it through. And my introduction to research class has 0 credits because they don't allow us as chemistry majors. But anyway, yes, it was a heavy course load. And then I also work as a research assistant in the MyChess program. MyChess is like a very long acronym, but yeah, it's energy storage. So I work with lithium-ion batteries, which you also know if you watched the video for the day in my life. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. I love sharing my experience with you guys. So I work 10 hours in the lab during the week. And then also, I'm an organic chemistry tutor, which I just started. This semester was my first semester as a tutor. I love it. I want to be a teacher. I love teaching so much, which is why I then made this YouTube channel. I just love sharing with people. So yeah, I was tutoring for 7 hours a week. And before that, I was working in the library for 10 hours. But because I could only work 20, I had to like trim down my hours in the library for free. But I love the library. They pay us really well. I have some great connections there. So I decided to just work there for 3 hours a week. So overall, it's 20 hours, which is the maximum number of hours I can work in a week. And then I also became the treasurer for the African Student Union. That was heavy. Like, Xavier really makes the treasury stuff so complicated. Like I was writing reports every other day, like just like submitting requests, going for meetings. Like that was a headache. So yeah, everything else I don't count as like duty, but I'm also a life group leader in Chi Alpha, which is amazing. We have Bible study, like small groups in the week. Then I'm also part of Teens Allowed Foundation, which is also a Christian group. And we've been meeting in my apartment, which is great. Like I love hosting people. I love being able to host people. So yeah, I have that every week, and also a meeting for that meeting. Like it's just been back and forth, like so much going on, and like by the end of each day, my eyes were closing. Like I'm just ready to go to bed. Like everything was just a lot. But yeah, so I want to share with you guys what got me through, just in case you also are having a heavy semester, or maybe I feel like we all will have that semester. Maybe all your semesters will be like that, hopefully not. But yeah, the biggest thing that got me through is just thinking of things one thing at a time. Like with all of this on my plate, in the beginning I was like, how am I going to manage? Like I sat down with myself, I'm like, do I really want to take on all of this? Like, why am I doing this to myself? But then, by the way, I'm taking a lot because I want to graduate the semester early, which is possible. So I'm like, why not? If not, So I think I realized that the source of stress is when everything is just coming at once. Like I have 24 hours in a day. I can divide my time. I can reduce my hours of sleep. Like there are so many things that I can do. Trim out the movies that I watch. Like it's very possible to manage all of that, but the thing is, I just had to make some changes to the So yeah, thinking of everything at once was just like, because of research, oh my goodness, library, oh my goodness, this, oh my goodness, what am I going to do this? That's why the stress was coming from. But once I sat down and said, okay, I can do this on this day, I can do this on this day, and divide my time, and just doing that alone so that I can think of one activity at once was like so relieving. And some days went unplanned. Like I remember the worst thing that happened to me was I was late for lab. Like for quant lab we had to submit a report every week, and we had to like type it, print it out, and take it to class. I forgot to print it out. So like it reached the time and we had a quiz at the beginning of class. So I had been studying for the quiz. And then I realized just on the dot, like, oh my goodness, I haven't printed this out. So then I started like frantically printing it out, going to a different place, print it out. Like everything was going on so fast and I got to class late, I didn't have enough time for the quiz. Like that day I was like, no, this is not going to happen again. So Google Calendar became my friend. But it was really, like the other thing is just adjusting. Like many things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. In my head I was like, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours on this lab, and sometimes it just take like way longer than that. Like biochem lab, whoever made that syllabus is a hater of men. Like, okay, but that class was a lot. Like, let me not even go into it. I don't want to like, yeah, some of you know it's doing because you're not in biology or chemistry, but that class was hectic. Like, I would spend over like 7 hours during the week in this 1 credit hour lab because there was so much to do, reports every week, assignments and whatnot. And that was not planned for. But thankfully, by the grace of God, that lab was on a Monday, so I had the weekend to like sit down and do everything. Like, whew, it was a lot. And yeah, it really was like every week I was like, how can I do this better? How can I spend less time on this? How can I be more efficient? So I started multitasking. I would eat while studying, which you also saw if you watched the day in my life. All of that is a product of just trial and error. The first few weeks were rough. Like, whew, I don't even know where I can start from. Like, the first few weeks was just like me feeling like, what am I doing? Like, I was in biochem, I didn't have a study strategy. This was so much information. Like, we would go to class and we would go through like 17, that's a little. We go through like 30 slides in one class because it's just like, oh, this is this next slide, oh, this is this next slide. And then my class is like 95% biology major. So they were answering questions like, oh, this, so that, oh yeah, you guys understand, next slide. I'm so behind. Like, I don't even know what's going on. So it was hard in the beginning. And quantitative analysis, I'm a chemistry major. So in my mind, I was like, I love general chemistry. I'm doing a math minor. This class shouldn't be, I was mistaken. That class threw me, like in the beginning especially, because I was like, I understand the material, why am I not able to answer the questions? Like, it's just, I really had to learn, which is another tip I'm giving you. Like, be flexible, because it's so easy to say, oh, you know, I do best with memorization, like I work best with memorization, or I use a whiteboard, or you know, oh, I just look at things and I'm good. You know, it won't be like that for every class. So you have to be flexible and learn to learn. Like, I learned so many strategies this semester. Before biochem, I started watching a video just so I could know and I wouldn't be lost in class, because that was a lot. And I started studying it every day. Like, when I'm done with the class, I'll study instead of like leaving it, you know, trailing. And that helped me save time for my lab over the weekend. So like, it was just so much, oh my goodness, this week did not go, what do I do to make it better? And let me tell you, like, even though I'm saying this, like, I was struggling in terms of like me having the time to be me. You know, I barely had time to even like respond to my messages. So many people have been stopped talking to me this semester. But yeah, it was rough. I had to make a lot of changes, but I made it through, and I'm here today, and I'm so happy. And I just want to also testify that the Lord got me through. Like, there were so many decisions I made in the beginning that I didn't know would impact me in the way that they did, but they did. Even just me being in an apartment by myself, I have the space and the quiet time to just be me and be in my books. And I would make time, like at the end of the day, to like maybe watch a movie or like decompress a little. But aside from that, like this semester, I had barely any free time on my hands, and it was okay because I'm a student. This is a season of my life that I had to be okay with. So I really didn't plan for this video, and I don't know if you've learned anything or you know. I just wanted to share how this semester went. That's just like a glimpse. There were so many highlights and so many low moments, but overall I made it through, and I had my finals this week, and I'll be going home tomorrow, like home to Zambia for the first time since I came here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yeah, nothing went the way I planned, but in the end, I can say confidently say that I gave it my all. I'll be getting my results this weekend, and I'm hoping it to be a 4.0 semester. But yeah, in terms of like, so the class that was hardest for me, I don't want to challenge you guys. Hardest class for me was quantitative lab, because they used to grade us for significant figures. Like, make one simple mistake. On my first lab report, I made one simple mistake with the significant figures. I got a 68% on the lab. I was like, oh my goodness, what's this? I think that was like the lowest grade I've had at Xavier, like on any, yeah, that was, it threw me away, like, oh my goodness. And then that was a professor who's my recommender. I know him really well, and I was hoping to like shine in the class so that you can say some nice things about me. Hey, that's not the way it went. But I had to pivot. I had to keep going his office hours, and he was helping me learn. Like, he really was invested in me becoming better. So I got to really improve in that. And on the final was horrible. Oh my goodness, it was so hard. We had to write a report on the final. Oh my, I hope you never have to do that in your life. But that was like a very heavy final, and I knew that, okay, I wasn't expecting to do amazing on it, but I was like, oh, maybe I get to be, maybe I made some mistakes here and there, but I was pretty confident. I got my results back. 64% on the final. I am not used to that. I'm not used to that at all. But it turns out, after the curve, I got an A in the class, guys, from a 64%. That's how bad the exam was, and that's how bad like it was for everyone. And I know that there are some amazingly smart people in my class. So the point is, guys, give it your all, and it's going to pay off. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Keep on learning, keep on challenging yourself. Talk to people who've been through what you are going through, learn from them. Just like keep being better, because it's not always going to be a smooth road, but you can make any rough road walkable. You can make it bearable. Just be sure to give it your all and try your best. And also, don't limit yourself. Like, this semester has taught me that I am way more capable than I thought. Like, because in the beginning I was like, how am I going to do this? I considered dropping a class at some point, but I was like, no, let me just keep going. And I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm well, and I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, keep pushing yourself, because you just never know what you're capable of until you push yourself to the limit. So don't restrict yourself. When the opportunity comes, take it. Even if you're not sure how it's going to happen, you can learn anything that you are committed to, honestly. So I hope this helps you guys and inspires you to do great things. But yeah, thanks for visiting my channel. Don't forget to share this video and also comment, especially if you're a student, like, what are your struggles of having video, or if you're prospecting, what are you expecting? Let's just talk in the comments down below. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.